The following broadcast may contain explicit language and adult themes. Viewer discretion is advised. The opinions expressed in this broadcast are those of the hosts, talent, and guests, and do not reflect the opinions, views, and standards of Pyro Media Enterprises, affiliates, subsidiaries, or its members. What's going on, Pyromaniacs? We are back with another episode of Pyro Power Hour, and we are here because it is Friday. You guys made it. So go ahead and like, share, and subscribe, and we'll be right here for Pyro Power Hour. Grand rising, beautiful queens, kings, and the entire spectrum in between. It is your boy Kwame, joined by the handsome, the melanin proficient, the king himself, Kyrie Sinaj. What's going on, bro?
Hey, what's going on, everyone? How's everyone doing on this day? This Friday.
This day is good. Hello, Kimberly Natasha. How are you doing, queen? Thank you for joining. We appreciate you. Yes. All right, let's get into it because we have a lot to talk about today, bro. We have a lot to talk about today. You okay? You doing good over there?
I'm pretty good, yeah.
You hanging in there? Dr. Holt, how you doing, sir? Greetings. My 19th year in education is in the books. Contract signed, sealed, and delivered to start year 20. Yes, come on. Does that mean it's tenure, Dr. Holt? I think that's tenure, right? Am I wrong?
Okay, come on. Wrong. 2 decades. Come on, 2 decades.
I think that's tenure. Let me know if that's tenure, because if it is, you in the books. Yes, congratulations. Either way, if it's not tenure, if it is, congratulations, because that's 20 years of educating, pouring into and mentoring these young kids and our future. So thank you for all that you do, sir. We appreciate it. All right, you guys, if you are in the building, go ahead and feel free to bless us if you want today in our cash apps. You can do that by blessing me at Kwame C86 or Kyrie at Candid Kyrie. The information is loaded down below. All right, let's get into some things here because we have a lot to talk about. Oh, it's on the other side. Hold on one second, y'all. There's a lot going on. Okay, there we go. All right, there's a lot going on. Let's go ahead and get into the start of this here show. Hello, Michelle Holly. How are you doing, Queen?
Hey,
Thank
man.
you for joining.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, you guys. I don't see any breaking news, but let me just double check because I didn't see anything in the creative deck. But I want to make sure nothing slipped by me. I don't see anything in the feed. Oh yes, we have Oathkeeper and Army veteran Jessica Watkins is sentenced to 8.5 years in prison for her role in the 2020 election conspiracy plot and U.S. Capitol riot. Last night, the Oath Keepers leader, Stuart Rhodes, who was sentenced to 18 years in prison for seditious conspiracy over plot to keep Trump in power. So there was a lot going on. Hey, Kevin. Hey, Michelle.
Kevin, what's going on?
Yes. Hello, mommy. Listen. Stop what you're doing. Because I was trying to wait until she got in here. But I want to make sure that you guys know that today is my queen's birthday. Yes. Y'all go ahead and throw some cakes and some fire signs in there for Mama Corbett. She is, we're going to say she's 25 years young, because a queen, a lady doesn't reveal her age, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, she is the one that made me. I love her to life. She is everything to me, and she is my heart, and I'm so blessed to have her still walking amongst the people and still with me and still giving me guidance and everything. So happy birthday, Mama Corbett.
Yes, happy journey, Mama Corbett.
Yes, and many more to come. Queen.
Yes.
We love you. Thank you so much, and I appreciate all that you do and all that you have done and sacrificed for me. And I am the man that I am today because of you. So I thank you for all that you do, and I'm not gonna tear up because that's my mama. I love you, Mom. Yes, my baby. That's my mommy. All right, I am a mama's boy, so I don't care. So I just wanted to shine some love onto her, give her a special shout out because she deserves it. She really is so giving and so pours out so much love. And when she was here, she was supposed to be on vacation, but she was cooking up a storm. That's her love language, and I appreciate it.
Oh yes,
yeah, she can cook. That's my mama. Yes, Mama Corbin says, "Thank you, Kyrie." Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. Yes.
You. All right, y'all. Let's get on into it because I'm about to tear up because she is all the way in New York and I'm on the West Coast. So, it does remind me that I miss her. But she coming soon. She gonna come again. Okay. Yeah. So shout out to Mama Corbin and her birthday. Hey, Shaki.
We gotta have her on the show one day.
We do. Technology is a little strange for her. But we gonna make it work. We gonna see what we can do. Maybe my sister can help her. You know what I'm saying? My sister Makia. Shout out to my sis. Love you, little sis. Well, is she little? Because we're the same age. Yeah, she's probably actually I'm a month ahead of her. So yes, she is my little sister. All right. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into she says I'm too shy.
Really? Don't be shy.
Really? Okay, mommy. It's your birthday. I'm gonna let you have that one because you be reading people, but it's okay.
You don't have to. You can be shy and still read people.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go ahead and thank one of our sponsors and our sister radio station because today is Dance Party Friday on Bullet and Flight Radio. Check them out. This episode is sponsored in part by Bullet and Flight Radio. Get ready to uplift your spirit with Bullet and Flight Radio, the world's leading progressive Christian radio station. Experience the vibrant fusion of gospel house music and a rich medley of inspiration from all musical genres that'll make your heart soar. Join their extraordinary lineup of today's trailblazers, visionaries, and voices that matter, all sharing their stories and wisdom. Stay plugged in around the clock as they broadcast unmissable content 24/7. Your go-to station for all things inspiring. Become a pilot today by visiting bulletandflightradio.com. Bullet and Flight Radio. Your story, our station. Yes. Thank you to Bullet and Flight Radio. And if you have not done so already, my big brother Kyrie has a show on Bullet and Flight Radio. And y'all, listen, there's so much going on with Kyrie right now. I'm just so proud of him. I'm just a proud, happy little brother, happy little light-skinned brother right here. Because last night he had his season finale of his show, Candid Conversations, and I cannot wait for it to come back already in the fall. Okay, but it is coming back soon. But definitely check it out if you haven't done so already. They celebrated 50 years of hip hop was the theme, and we had Brother Vice on there who was dropping some gems and knowledge in the music industry. And I found out a little something I didn't know about Kyrie. I didn't know you were a managing artist, sir. I didn't know you were up at A&R. I didn't know you were a manager.
that was when I lived in Chicago a while ago.
My God. It's a man of many trades and talents.
That was years ago.
Yes. All right now. Well, praise God with that. And if you guys have not heard his show yet or listened to it, you can go over to Bullet and Flight Radio and check out the latest episode called Chicago Steppers. Okay?
Yes.
I was stepping in the name of love without, no R. Kelly cap. But I was enjoying. I was a little shady this past show when we were producing it.
Ooh, because that shade was funny.
That was hilarious. But you didn't have to say it on air. But no, there was an R. Kelly song that Kyrie.
It's not an R. Kelly song. It was he's featured on the song.
But his voice irritated me and bothered my spirit, so I started fading him out. I'm sorry. I had to make an executive decision.
That's the next week's episode. You hear the next week's episode.
Yes. It was a lot. Anywho, let's go ahead. I switched up some things around here. Yes, I'm sorry. If you have not, when you get a chance, make sure you head over to Bullet and Flight Radio because today is Dance Party Friday, and they're jamming out to all of the latest things. And at 10 a.m., it's going to be, you can go ahead and play it in the background or while you're at work or while you're driving to work or what have you. Or if you're cleaning your house, you can go ahead and check out the top 10. I think it's the top 10. Maybe top 40. But it's a top countdown of Dominic's top top list. I'll put that top list because I think it's 10, but I could be wrong. But go ahead and check it out. They'll be over there. Let's see. Michelle says, Mr. Kelly grieves, my spirit too. I freeze when they play his music. Yes, I thought it was just me. Hey, Raymond Torres, how you doing, brother?
Everybody, Raymond Torres.
Dr. Otis, I got to watch his show last night. I was out with some of the faculty and staff after a graduation. What you talking about, Wiz?
No, he got to watch my show.
Okay, got it.
He was out with the coach last night. Some of the staff. Okay, some of the staff.
Ooh. How is the coach? Were you going over some plays? What's going on there, Dr. Hope? You want to explain? Oh, God. Where's yours, No? Okay. All right, let's move on. Deborah Winters, how you doing, Queen? Thank you for joining. We appreciate you. Thank you for supporting on today. Kyrie, the coach is just fine. Thank you very much. Oh!
I know he is. I bet he is.
I bet he is. All right, guys. I did a little bit of shuffling on our docket today. Sorry, Kyrie doesn't like the word docket. On our creative deck today. But we're going to go ahead and start doing Black Excellence in the beginning because we want to start off the show with positivity, love, and all of that jazz. So today's Black Excellence goes to, I love that graphic, Samuel, Jacob, Mariah. Y'all did that. Okay. Today's Black Excellence goes to none other than Kevin Ford, who went 27 years without missing a single day of work at a Las Vegas Burger King. Last year, a video of Mr. Ford went viral, which showed him opening up a gift bag as a reward for not missing a day of work in 27 years. He was only given a movie ticket and candy. His daughter Serena was upset by this, allegedly. She set up a fundraiser to help pay for her father to visit his grandchildren in Texas, which has now reached over 400K. Check it out.
A movie ticket. Thank you very much.
Kevin Ford's moment of gratitude was one that changed his life forever.
I worked here for 27 years. I've never missed not one day of work.
The fast food worker in Las Vegas, who said he had a perfect attendance record for 27 years, posted a video last May showing off a gift bag he received from his managers.
This is very nice.
The clip went viral, leading people to donate $170,000 to a GoFundMe set up by Kevin's daughter so he could buy a plane ticket to visit his family.
This is the first time you've seen them in years.
Their family reunited on the Today Show.
Hey, Javon. Seeing you guys in so long.
The incredible generosity of strangers blew Kevin and his family away.
I just want to say thank you to everybody. It's just a dream come true.
But it didn't end there. The donations kept coming and now total more than $389,000.
I feel like the whole world lifted me up, and it's still mind-blowing and still like a dream every day that I hope I never wake up from.
A dream which included that long-awaited vacation to see his daughters and grandkids in Texas.
When I finally got to hold them and see them, it was like everything to me.
Kevin's commitment to his job remains. He has not missed a shift since visiting Studio 1A.
I didn't go 27 years without missing a day for nothing.
He's also paying it forward.
When I'm in a store now, and there's people, especially single mothers or something, I tell them to ring up everybody and I pay for everybody's food.
And while all of the love and support has made Kevin feel like he's on top of the world, in September, he actually got to see it when he was gifted a trip to Mount Everest.
To be in the presence of such a great mountain, the highest peak, is beyond beautiful, it's beyond amazing. It's something that changes you and makes you, I feel, a better person.
One of Kevin's many life-changing experiences in 2022 that all started with a simple thank you.
Every day that I wake up, I'm excited. So I'm excited about spreading the love and showing people that human spirit is still alive and well and that I'm proof of it.
For Today, Joe Fryer, NBC News.
He is such an...
That hit me in my heart right there. That was amazing. First of all, Burger King, you ain't right for that.
Berkey, y'all need y'all. You know what? Yeah.
You give the man some candy and a movie ticket.
He has been working, putting over y'all attitudes, the customers' attitudes for 2 decades, almost 3 decades.
Over 2 decades.
Never missing a day, and y'all gave this man a movie ticket and candy. This is what I tell people. Them your job, they don't appreciate you.
They don't. They don't. My God, on today. That was beautiful. Though. I love it. Hey, Gordon, thank you for joining. He also said, yes. Michelle, glad he was blessed in spite of. Yes.
Very
in spite of it, he was still blessed. In spite of. Yes. Kimberly says, God, I think she meant God bless him. Yes, for sure. Raymond says, this truly shows that there are still good in this world. Now, if I was him, I would have bought a franchise with that money. Baby, I was just thinking that during. I was like, you better flip it. You better flip it and flip it well. Oftentimes we sit there, we take all that money and then we just blow it because we try to impress the Joneses, honey. Let me tell you something.
That's the idea right there. Buy a franchise, right?
Yes. Now I would have did a competing franchise.
Now you know what, Bobo. You know what, Bobo.
I mean, just saying.
I worked in Burger King when I was a teenager. I get it. This is like, well, we don't know if they white and not, Michelle. You know, some of us are New Year.
Baby, listen.
I don't know,
honey.
And he out there in Vegas. You done put up with the world's attitude.
Listen, so Michelle over here rebuking demons earlier before this episode or this Black Excellence started, talking about Dr. In the name of the Most High God, I cast out that R. Kelly jam music and groove into his music spirits.
Oh, well, I guess you're going to cast out of me too, because I bumped R. Kelly.
Yes, Mama Corbin says, I thought the same thing, Kwame. Investing is something we all should do. I agree. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. You better teach the people, mommy. Yes. All right. Let's go ahead and get into what's happening today. But before we do that, we got to head and mosey on over to someone's husband. Do you know who it is? This episode is brought to you by Audible, an Amazon company. Partnering with Audible, an Amazon company, to provide you a 30-day free trial of their Audible Premium Plus subscription for our audience exclusively. You will get 1 free credit or 2 credits if you're a Prime member, good for any premium selection titles you like, and it's yours to keep. The Audible Plus catalog of podcasts, audiobooks, guided wellness, and Audible originals, listen all you want, no credits needed. And you'll also get a friendly email reminder before your trial ends. To take advantage of this offer, you can click on the link in the comments or use this special QR code by using your mobile device. Audible, an Amazon company. All right, let's get back to the show. That's right, you guys. Go ahead and make sure you hit up Audible. And you saw that it was just so wonderfully demonstrated by Kyrie's husband. Or one of them. But I was in the video right there. Hey, Sean, how you doing? How you doing? I can't call you Brother Kinsey anymore because Kyrie said that you don't like that. That's what he told me.
What are you doing? Well, my Brother Kinsey, we'll talk later.
Hey, Auntie, how you doing? Auntie Valerie, appreciate you.
Valerie.
Yes. Sean, everybody say yes. Welcome, Brother Kenzie. Welcome. Oh, and say hi to Miss Lulu over there watching as well. Yes, we love you, Miss Lulu. Yes, we need to have Miss Lulu and my mom sit down too, have a little conversation. We could call it at the kitchen table with the ladies, or the mother's board.
Oh, that's good. The mother's board.
I like that one. That works. Yes, y'all wave hi to Miss Lulu. All right, let's go ahead and get into the show. What's happening on today? Yes, this is a special docket for a special at work between sessions. Oh, I appreciate you, Auntie, for jamming in. Well, let Miss Lulu know that we love her. We're sending her love, honey.
Yes, absolutely.
Sean says,
okay. I was wondering, okay.
I send hugs and love. Yes. Send all that love over there. Now, this is a special section for Dr. Holt because he seems to have an issue with wondering why every day has to have a damn theme. Well, today's theme is National Paper Airplane Day. What you want me to do, Kyrie? I don't write this stuff. Let Your Inner Child Fly, National Paper Airplane Day, is celebrated every year on May 26th to commemorate the fanciful aeronautical toy. Paper airplanes have fascinated children and adults alike around the world for generations. The day is usually celebrated with contests in two basic flight categories: distance and distance and time in air. The practice of constructing paper planes is sometimes referred to as origami or arigami. After origami, the Japanese art of paper folding. Crafting paper planes is said to have originated out of ancient China, but the art is said to have been perfected out of Japan. Happy Paper Airplane Day.
In 2023, I don't think no child is into paper airplanes.
I don't know if maybe on a video game, maybe there's an app for it. But you never know.
I don't believe it. But okay.
Hold on, Sean says, that's not true. Kyrie is the only one that calls me Brother Kenzie besides my frat brothers. Aw, okay, well, you know. Paper plane, why?
Exactly.
I don't know. Michaela, I don't know. Rochelle, I have no idea.
I didn't like him as a child.
Hey, good one. How you doing, Queen? Yes. I don't know. Well, we're going to move on because I don't want no problems because I'm just reporting the news. Okay?
I know there has to be something else like a burrito day or something. Taco day something.
All right, y'all. Let's get into the birthdays of the day. As I had already mentioned, if you're just tuning in, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you're just tuning in. It does help the algorithm, and it does, support the channel. We appreciate you. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you can go ahead and check out all the other amazing content that's here on Pyro Media Network.
Yes.
As I mentioned earlier, today is my mommy's birthday, so go ahead and hit in the comments, happy birthday, Mama Corbin. We appreciate you. We love you. And today is also Lauryn Hill's birthday. Lauryn Noel Hill is an American singer, songwriter, rapper, and record producer. She is often regarded as one of the greatest rappers of all time, as well as being one of the most influential singers of her generation. Okay, I can see that. Hill is credited for breaking barriers for female rappers, popularizing melodic rapping, and for bringing hip-hop and neo-soul to popular music. She is known for being a member of the Fugees and her solo album, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, which became one of the best-selling albums of all time. Hill has won many awards, including 8 Grammy Awards, and the most for a female rapper.
It all makes sense now. Okay.
Yeah.
He's a Gemini. It makes sense. Okay.
Right? That's all we need to.
It all makes sense. Okay. Well, happy birthday, Lauryn.
Honorable mentions. Let's get into honorable mentions. A happy birthday to Pamela Suzette Greer, aka Foxy Brown, aka Pam Greer, is an actress and model. She is the daughter of Gwendolyn Sylvia. Gwendolyn Sylvia, really? Yes, she is. Anyway, a homemaker and nurse, and Clarence Ramsey Greer Jr. And what? And Clarence Ramsey. I don't know why that's written like that. To Gwendolyn Sylvia and Clarence Ramsey. Okay, got it. Now it makes sense. Who worked as a mechanic and technical sergeant in the United States Air Force. She has one sister and one brother. Greer has stated that she is of mixed ancestry consisting of African American, Hispanic, Chinese, Filipino, and Cheyenne heritage.
Okay.
Yes. Happy birthday, Queen. We also want to say happy birthday to Leonard Albert Kravitz, aka
that's who we should have featured. Yeah.
aka Lenny Kravitz, who is an American singer, songwriter, actor, and record producer. Happy birthday to you, sir. And we wanted to give a happy heavenly birthday to Miles Dewey Davis III, who is otherwise known as Miles Davis, was an American jazz trumpeter, band leader, and composer. He is among the most influential and acclaimed figures in the history of jazz and 20th century music. Davis adopted a variety of musical directions in a 5-decade career that kept him at the forefront of many major stylistic developments in jazz. Happy birthday to you, or happy heavenly birthday
Yes.
to you. Sir. Thank you for all of your accomplishments and everything that you've done for the culture. All right, who's what's going on in here? Let's who said that? I love this non-binary, sexy Lenny Kravitz. Is he non-binary now?
I don't know.
I didn't know that. Oh, that's interesting.
I don't know. Whatever he is. I don't.
If he's non-binary, then whoever they are.
The national stop being a racist. No.
Michelle, I wish there was. Hey, LB, thank you for joining. Appreciate you. Michaela says yes. I didn't know that he was. They were non-binary.
Is he? Okay. Or they? Okay.
Hold on, Lenny Kravitz.
Well, they can be my husband. Now they can be my husband.
Hold on, I want to make sure that that's.
Lenny.
Did not have any.
Another friend of mine said the same thing.
Kravitz did not have any identification with him at the time, and the police. Oh no, that's a. Yeah, I don't see anything that says that he's non-binary.
Lenny. Okay, well,
interesting. Well, I'll get that confirmed later, but interesting. Well, I mean, if he is, or if they are, excuse me, then happy birthday anyway. Regardless. All right, let's get into the rundown. But before we do, we want to go ahead and thank the Rundown's sponsor, and that is Luxe & Noir. Luxe & Noir is my candle company, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. Next week, we're going to be jamming out and showing you guys all of the new nail lines. They're not done curing, so I can't put them on for sale. I always want to strive for excellence and perfection, so I will not ever put something out that I can't I don't want to ever put out something that is not ready and I wouldn't sell. So that's why the men's line is not out yet. Oh, excuse me. The masculine line. That's what I want to call it. Because I don't think candles should be gendered.
No, they're not.
I don't think products should be gendered.
Everyone puts a gender on everything.
Yeah, they have they put a gentleman's butt wipes.
Yeah, dude wipes.
Dude wipes. Why?
Well,
it's
but when you go into the stores, now they've been doing this for years. They separate the what you call them, the body washes.
Yeah, that's so silly.
So men can't use Dove.
Michelle Holly, thank you so much for that. Michelle Holly sent a PayPal over to me for my mom. I'm gonna make sure that she gets that. I'll make sure she send that over to her for her birthday. Bless you. That was really sweet of you. You didn't have to do that. I'll make sure that she gets it. Happy birthday. Sorry. Happy birthday again, mommy. But also, shout out to Luxe & Noir and my new team. I'm a dude who wipes. Right, Dr. Morrison. I love dude wipes. But why do we have? I'm not gonna pay extra for dude wipes because it's a little extra when I can just.
They are good. I do too, Dante. They are good.
But it's the same as regular wet wipes.
Well, actually, the best ones are Cottonelle, but they are.
That's what I'm saying. Those are the ones I get. Those are the best ones. He said, I'm a dude who wipes. You better wipe, dude.
Dude wipes.
Valerie says, that's my Kwame. We love you, Auntie. All right, so go ahead and head over to luxenoir.com. That is LUXENNOIR. For those who are listening on Bullet and Flight Radio, the #1 progressive Christian radio station in the world. We checked, and if you want, you can go ahead and use the QR code while it's up there for now as well. All right, Kyrie, are you ready for this rundown?
Let's get into it.
Hot Mess Express it is. All right, y'all. The news that you guys can use. Let's get up in here. And Dr. Holt says, okay, I'm back. I missed whatever else Kyrie said about the coach. So what if he sat across from me last night? So what? Ooh. Dr. Holt, this is not that type of party. All right?
Get it. I know. I was saying, hey, you're the coach. Get it in. Get it.
Don't y'all have rules for fraternization up in your school district? Anyway, let me go ahead and get into this or whatever. Let's get into the World Health Organization is sounding the alarm that the next pandemic could claim more lives than the 2020 onset, which left over 1 million Americans who passed away, with 80,000 in New York alone. During Monday's World Health Assembly in Geneva, Switzerland, The WHO director, General Dr. Tedros Adhanom, excuse me if I'm mispronouncing your name, made it very clear that the virus is not going anywhere anytime soon. Take a look.
We cannot kick this can down the road. If we do not make the changes that must be made, then who will? And if we do not make them now, and when? When the next pandemic comes knocking, and it will, we must be ready to answer decisively, collectively, and equitably. And for enhanced international cooperation, the Pandemic Accord, a generational commitment that we will not go back to the old cycle of panic and neglect that left our world vulnerable, but move forward with a shared commitment to meet shared threats with a shared response. That's why we say the Pandemic Accord is a generational agreement. A commitment from this generation is important because it's this generation that experiences how awful a small virus could be.
Yeah, so what are your thoughts on that, Kyrie?
So when is this next pandemic supposed to hit? And I just think you all are releasing shit into the air. But I just, yeah.
I don't think that. But I first of all, they're not saying that there is a next pandemic.
No, he did. He said, and when it hits,
because it will.
He said, and it will. So,
yeah,
but wait a minute. Okay, wait.
That's how. Listen, I'm not an epidemiologist, but what I will say is that that's how things happen. Like we had the Spanish flu, we had a lot of major. We had the Black Plague. That's just a natural progression of.
But this is what confused me. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now you're saying there's another pandemic coming, but earlier, a couple of months ago or a month ago, you said, well, COVID is no longer a world epidemic.
It's not. It's not a world pandemic anymore. It's not categorized as a world pandemic.
World epidemic. So okay, but we were going to have another pandemic. So we're all going to be locked up in our homes again. Is that what they're saying?
Well, I don't. Dr. Morrison said, "Lord, here comes Kyrie, the conspiracy theorist." I don't think he's being a conspiracy. I do.
Yeah, they're releasing stuff in the air, but okay.
Well, I don't think that. So because I do. I mean, that's here nor there. We'll talk about that on a kickback or something. There's other things that I think is happening that is not, whatever. But actual what we can say. I don't think he's saying that that they're scheduling another pandemic. What he's saying is that this is what we need to do as a world to prepare collectively and collaboratively to prepare for a future pandemic.
Okay, well everybody go get your vaccines. Go get vaccinated.
Well, not just vaccinations, but also just collaboration between, our scientists around the world. I think that's important because I think if there was better communication with China, we probably would have gotten a little bit more, ahead of the curve with COVID-19. And in addition to that, I think that, because of the administration that we had previously, they dropped the ball on a lot of things, and so it caused, I personally, for me, because of how it affected me and affected so many people directly, I definitely feel that the former administration has a lot to deal with on that. They're responsible for how the United States handled COVID-19, and I think that had they got ahead of the curve.
Well, yeah, and I agree with that because they didn't take it seriously.
They didn't. Dr. Morrison says yes, Kwame, exactly, and I think it's important that we look at the overall arching situation that we need to kind of collaborate as a globe, whether we have global interests or not. The globe as a whole needs to kind of operate scientifically, and I think that we can get into conspiracy theories because I think they're very interesting. I have my own thoughts on certain things or whatever, but at the end, not they, Trump. I was trying to be politically correct, Dr. Morris. Dr. is like, no, let's call a thing, people. But you're right. I do think that Dr. Holt said, what did Dr. Holt say? Blame Trump for pretty much throwing all of the instructions away for handling pandemic. Well, yeah,
he did that, yeah.
Yeah, his administration dismantled the committee that the Obama administration created to handle these type of situations.
He did.
Yeah, and so and we actually avoided a epidemic / pandemic during the Obama administration because of what he did and the preventative measures that he put into place and what their team put into place. But that whole situation is what I think this gentleman is talking about. Listen, we have our own concerns. We have our own past traumas when it comes to the Tuskegee experiment, which I'm actually kind of tired of hearing about, because I think it's important to know that, but we should not always use that as a catalyst to not listen to our scientists, to not listen to our public health agencies. I read a lot on what's going on at APLA Health, a lot of what's going on at the Black AIDS Institute. I talk to Nicole D. Vick all the time. She's in public health. And so I talk to a lot of different people, and it's important to kind of stay in the loop on that, not just, listening to a lot of conspiracy theories and a lot of, concerns and grievances that are valid. But I think it's important to make sure that we're in a space that we're learning and educating ourselves about what's going on with scientists and how the people who are paid, epidemiologists and all these other people who are paid to kind of learn all of this, who spent all that time and who are experts on these type of situations. And I do think that we need to, as a world, as a globe, on the global stage, we do need to do better in terms of navigating these type of situations. So what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, I agree. We do need to come together.
Mm-hmm.
And
come together.
But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
what do you guys think? Do you guys think that this is something that, because I think that although I do agree that the pandemic is over, I do think that we should still be cautious about, because I looked it up, there's still people dying from COVID every day. And partly, in my opinion, because they haven't either gotten vaccinations or they're not keeping up with their health and stuff like that, because COVID is kind of turning into what people are thinking it's a common cold, the common flu. But again, people still die from the flu too, and I don't think people really look into that. Dr. Morrison says medical mistrust and trauma is real in communities of color, but we need to move past that so we can stay alive. I absolutely agree with you, Dante, for sure. But
how can we move past it when you still have doctors doing bullshit to people of color, especially women of color?
Well,
I ain't gonna say women. I don't say of color. Yeah. Black people, because that of color is but that's another show.
That's true.
People, black, Moorish people, yes, our people. We will always have mistrust.
Okay, so you're the truth.
but I think always have mistrust.
But
I'm moving away from saying black people because black is what the government named us, and so no.
Okay.
Everyone don't listen to me reason, but yeah.
No. But I think what you're saying is valid, and I don't think Dr. Morrison is talking about that is not something that you.
No. He said we need to move past it, but it's not easy to just move past it.
Well, so are we going to just stay stuck in a cycle?
Well, no, but I think the doctors need to do better. We need more caring doctors.
Okay. So how do we do? So let me ask you a question. If we're all as a community are supposed to be fearful or mistrust, or cautious or be cautious towards the medical industry, what that would to me that looks like we're preventing future doctors.
Okay, let me say this. Okay, let me flip it. Because my doctor is caring. I got exactly what I prayed for. So let me say this. These racist doctors, the heart of a doctor. Yeah, those people, I just don't trust certain doctors. Let me say that. I prayed and asked for a Moorish doctor, which is what I got. And she is caring, she leads and guides me with what I'm supposed to do. And I'm doing better than a lot of things. Mm-hmm. If you had more doctors of every nationality and race like that, then we could get rid of, mistrust.
But do you think that we often kind of throw the baby out with the bathwater?
I think so. Yeah, we are guilty of that. Yeah.
Yeah, and hold on, Let's see. Dr. Holt says, definitely be cautious because folks just damn nasty. I got my vaccinations and never had any issues. Dr. Morrison says, we have to be careful not to lump all doctors. Yes, the system has problems, but I know Black folks who don't trust good Black doctors. I 150,000% agree with you, Dr. Morrison. And I'm saying Dr. Morrison because I think oftentimes we forget, and I keep calling Dr. Holt instead of Donnell, keep calling Dr. Morrison, who's my brother, and Dante, but I want to make sure that we are letting people know that you earned your degree. You worked hard for that, so I want to give justice where justice is due. Dr. Morrison says, Kyrie, you're speaking out of both sides of your mouth. Wait, don't come for my co-host now. Wait a minute.
Well, I don't know how I'm doing that because I just said I don't trust certain doctors.
Well, so here, let me smooth this out. Let me get him out the way. Okay. I think this is a very important conversation because I want people to kind of think about, and I want you to hear this wholeheartedly, Kyrie, because you and I have very in-depth conversations offline when it comes to, certain things that, we think about this world and specifically about this country. But I'm also a very science-based person, and maybe it's the Capricorn in me, but I'm very I need logical confirmation. You know what I mean? And right. So for me, there's been, I get concerned because narratives get put in place. And so even though you're innocently and justly you have the right to feel, and what you're saying is valid, and a lot of us in our community feel that same way. However, there's a narrative that is used to kind of sweep the entire medical industry, to kind of sweep the entire scientific industry, to kind of sweep the entire public health industry into a space that is negative, because the right wing and the far right and those who are in power want to kind of place medical mistrust into places and kind of brush it over with a whole brush. And I don't think that that's fair, because there's a lot of, like you said, you have a doctor that's very caring. I have a doctor that's very caring and compassionate and focused on making sure that, not only I'm healthy, but also the community is healthy as well. But I think the bottom line is we have to be careful that we don't feed those narratives, because then people won't go to doctors.
Right, I'm not feeding narratives, but I'll just say doctors are speaking out both sides of my mouth. I say okay, but I see both sides. You have he says Black people don't trust Black doctors. Well, that's another story why they don't trust Black doctors. But then there are people like me that don't trust Caucasian doctors because of so much happens that they've done to us. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think
the Black people that don't trust Black doctors, those are the coon. Well, those are the ones that Let me leave that. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Hey, St. James.
Moving on.
Yeah, let's move on. Thank you for joining, St. James. We appreciate you. Let me see. Those white doctors taking care. Those white doctors and nurses took good care of me when I was had my bout with cancer. Yeah, Michelle. I don't think it's necessarily. That's a deeper conversation. Dr. Morrison says a good doctor is a good doctor. Period. Race excluded. I agree.
I agree with that.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. It's getting a little heated. No, I'm kidding. All right, so let's also talk about Fetty Wap, who was sentenced to 6 years in prison for drug trafficking conspiracy.
I'm fed up with Martha Stewart was.
A federal court in Central Islip, New York, sentenced William Jr. Maxwell II, aka Fetty Wap, also known as rapper Fetty Wap, to 6 years imprisonment and 5 years of post-release supervision for conspiracy to distribute cocaine on Wednesday. According to a news release from the United States Attorney's Office in the Eastern District of New York, the release stated that Maxwell was a member of an organization that distributed more than 100 kilos of cocaine, heroin, fentanyl, and crack cocaine across Long Island and New Jersey. Maxwell's legal representation declined to comment. The rapper was indicted and arrested in October 2021, along with 5 others on drug trafficking conspiracy charges, and was subsequently released on $500 bail. The Wake Up artist was taken aback taken back into custody in August 2022 after prosecutors said he violated the terms of his bail by threatening to kill someone and holding a gun during a FaceTime call in December.
Oh, wow.
What is going on with you, sir? What's your thoughts on this?
Well, this goes back to what Vice said last night. Now, see, some people think like, well, he's a rapper, he has money. But as Vice said last night, these people are not making money.
Vovo, go to your room.
I don't.
Go to your room, Vovo.
He does need an eye patch. He does, in my opinion. But yeah, but anyway.
Yeah.
He's not making any money. I think this is, But he went back to his old ways.
So here's my issue. My issue is you have gotten out the hood. Did he ever see that baby? I don't know. I don't even know what baby he's talking about.
Oh, Masika's. Oh.
I don't think that's relevant to this situation. My whole thing is this.
He got out the hood.
Right, he got out the hood.
Are you sure he got out the hood?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, my whole thing is like, you made it to a space where you have the potential to actually do stuff and give back and pour into your community in a positive way, and you chose to pour drugs into.
But everybody does it. You can come out the hood physically, but a lot of people don't come out mentally.
Right. You chose to do that.
But did he come out physically? Is he really making the money that everybody thinks he's making?
It doesn't matter. He has a national presence.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so my thing is if you didn't come out the hood physically, well, what do you mean? You mean like he never got out the game?
Yeah. Did he ever move out? Is he making money?
I don't know.
Because if he's not making that money, he's doing what he knows to do to make money.
We're about to find out.
Well, he's going to federal prison. He in federal.
Why do people think that federal prison is easier than state prison?
Because it is. What?
Yes, made it out the hood and still silly. Yeah, I agree. He had only 2 hits. But while you were
I didn't know he had 2.
While you were so busy slinging dope, you could have been focusing yourself in the hood.
Getting out of it. Well,
Dr. Morrison. He had not that many hits. Listen,
I didn't know.
I'm not a Fetty Wap fan, so I don't know. So, well,
I can't name one song.
Good luck, girl.
Who is seeing him on the internet.
I just think it's sad that another black man is on the headlines, especially when you're this much of a public figure. That's what frustrated me about the situation. And then right.
Well.
We're moving on. This is sad news. A 7-year-old boy fell to his death while climbing a Los Angeles bridge in an apparent social media stunt, police said. But the family is saying otherwise. Take a look.
Oh, my God.
The LAPD says the teen's death was caused by a social media stunt gone wrong, but his family disputes that. His father says the fall was simply an accident.
Now, instead of planning for his graduation, family members are planning his funeral. Eyewitness News reporter Rob Hayes has the story new at 5.
When the 6th Street Bridge opened last July, it garnered praise as an LA architectural gem, but its attraction quickly became a liability. Police were forced to close the bridge several times after it became a hotspot for street racing, illegal takeovers, and other activities, many of them posted on social media. And as LAPD Chief Michael Moore described at this week's police commission meeting, they can turn deadly.
A 17-year-old that fell to his death this past week when climbing upon one of the arches in order to post apparently a social media broadcast.
But today, the father of that dead teen is upset with the chief, saying he's seen the video of the fall and his son was not climbing the bridge to post it on any online sites.
The chief of police, they're stating that Anthony did it for a video stunt, of some sort, maybe likes or, something, but that's 100% false. He didn't even care about social media.
Paul Luna says his son Anthony didn't even have his phone on him. He did point out, though, with all the problems the city has had with people trespassing, that little has been done to make the bridge safer.
But if they're so aware of all these things that are happening. Because we see that there's an issue here. What's the next step to prevent it?
Chief Moore has said his department has added patrols over the past year to try to keep people from acting recklessly around the bridge. Meantime, a small memorial for Anthony now sits underneath the 6th Street Bridge. The 17-year-old was set to graduate from Condor High School in Oxnard, but now the Luna family is planning Anthony's funeral. A GoFundMe page for him set up to help the family cover the costs.
It's weird and it's mind-blowing on how many people my son touched. He was a great kid. He is a great kid.
So thoughts on this?
I have a question because he says his son, well, he didn't have his phone on him. It is sad. But he said he saw the video. So who was shooting the video? And how do you accidentally fall off a bridge?
You accidentally fall off a bridge because you were on the bridge. You shouldn't have been on.
Well, he could have been walking across the bridge, but how do you fall over if you weren't climbing? Did someone push him up there and push him out? Well, I'm not getting it. And then you saw the video again. Who was filming it, and why were they filming him up there?
No, there's no way. Like, because those bridges have those bars and stuff to prevent you from. Even if you go to the edge, there's different things. So he wasn't put. I don't think he was pushed off.
Okay, well, yeah. Well, then I'm gonna go with the police. Then he climbed up there because if someone was filming it, why were they filming it then? But my son wasn't into social media. Okay.
I don't believe that.
I understand.
Gen Z is always on.
We tell ourselves things to help us sleep better at night. Okay, I get it, sir. If that's what you want to believe, go ahead.
You woke up vicious this morning. No compassion. I mean, I agree with you, bro. I really do. I think. Hey, Steph. Thank you for joining. Hey, LaFrance. Thank you for joining. We appreciate it.
Hey.
Yeah, it is terrible, Rochelle. It really is. Michaela said this is sad. It really is a situation. Anthony has now graduated to heaven. Yeah. And it's unfortunate because he was supposed to graduate this week or next week. This is crazy. I don't have really a lot of words for this. I just think that, I believe that these stunts and these, like, the crate challenge and all these different challenges that you guys are doing is just not cool.
It's crazy. But what I was laughing at when Kwame muted my mic is the dudes cutting hair on the bridge while the cars are coming. And that I was like,
but, I mean, okay.
And this is why I say I believe the police, because you're cutting hair on the bridge. That is done for social media stunts, for likes, views, clicks. Mm-hmm. And I think the boy, I don't think he meant to fall. I think he was climbing up there probably like to do whatever for social media likes, views, and clicks.
Yeah, this is sad.
It is sad. I hate that this happened to him.
Yeah. But speaking of another sad situation, if you guys remember, Kyrie and I reported on this last week regarding a teen that his name is Michael, who was harassed by a Karen. Her name is Sarah Jane Comrie. And what's interesting to me is that Michael is the teen in the infamous City Bike video with Sarah Jane Comrie, the woman who has been accused of weaponizing her whiteness and her tears in an effort to take the bike from the teen in New York City. Now, I came across this TikTok. I want you to check it out.
I love it.
You guys really donated $100,000 for a Karen to go hire a PR firm to make a black kid look bad.
Please help me! Please help me! Help! Please help! Help me! Please help me! Please help me!
Yeah, this is the trash Karen that you guys gave money to, so she can go hire a PR firm and some lawyers to go make the black kid look bad and sue everybody that calls her a Karen because she's implying that the black kid stole the bike from her.
Her lawyer provided us these receipts showing she had rented the bike in question. In fact, the bike number on the receipt actually matches the bike she is seen being pushed off of in the video. Do you trust him to fairly investigate this, and if charges are warranted, bring them?
These fucking cunt-ass jackasses on News Nation talking about the narrative, oh, maybe we should press charges on the black kids for shoving her off the bike, and then they got the bombshell of a receipt with a redacted timestamp. Okay, So this is what actually fucking happened. The black kid, who probably has an annual membership, is allowed to take any bike he wants for up to 45 minutes before he has to redock. How do I fucking know? I'm fucking from New York, and you can Google that shit. If he didn't redock the bike, then he'd get charged for every minute it's still out. So he docks it, hoping to take it back out again, all of which is on his account. And what does the Karen do? It's like, oh, I want your bike. And what makes his bike special? There are two types of city bikes in New York City. One's electric and one's not. So like, one you have to pedal harder than the other. She saw the kid probably dock the bike and was like, hey, can I have that? And he's like, nah, I'm not done with it. And she tried to scan her phone anyways when he docked it. And how do I know my version of the story is fucking true? Because the kid's sister literally has the timestamps for when he took the fucking bike out. The kid literally has two fucking receipts, one from 6:33 to 7:15, and the next one from 7:25 to 7:33. And guess where that video fucking took place? She literally starts crying for fucking help 1 minute before he got a chance to take it back out again. But nah, leave it up to the internet to go pay a fucking Karen 120 grand so she can go write some op-eds pretending like they're fucking news pieces about how she's the victim here. Oh, and shout out to the fucking PR firm, aka Dustin Siggins of Proven Media Solutions. Go take everybody's donated money to spin that shit to make the black kid look bad. Yeah, good job.
I'm not surprised.
I mean, first of all, I want to apologize to all of our listeners on Belinda Flight Radio as well as Pyro Media Network for all of the cussing, but it was well worth it.
No, because I was going to say a few cuss words. So you'll probably have to soon. These are the same type of low-life, bottom of the barrel, Lord and Will shit type of racist ass motherfuckers that gave to Daniel Penny's fun. But this one thing I want to say about racists that I really like, I love, you all taught us how to hate ourselves, but what I wish we had taken from you is how to stick together, because you all will stick together. You all stick together no matter what, especially when it comes against us. You see how they're giving this broad $120,000. Y'all gave Daniel Penny $2.5 million. And against black people, Moorish people, whatever. Girl, I've told y'all to start listen. And then her uncle is one who started to go. Her uncle started to go fun because she's petrified and she's afraid to leave her home. I have, Rochelle. I have. Yeah.
Whew.
You got
Dr. Morrison. What are you talking about? Before we move on, who is the host with that everything voice? You know, take a shower. Take a cold shower.
Now he was a cute Asian.
Okay. So before we move on from this grass cricket, the snow cricket rather, I want to make sure, because I already read into her last week, but I want to also read into all of the people that donated to this fund, because I know probably this is my opinion. So don't shoot Pyro Media Network or Kyrie on this. This is my opinion. I believe that about maybe 45% of the people who donated were these white liberals and people who were like, oh, we got to help someone. And they didn't read or do any research. Just like the consciously says research over me search, it's very important. And then the rest of the percent is racist. And they will support anything. Oh, we gotta support this girl. She needs help. She's white.
With a whole husband at home. I believe.
So now that you guys feel stupid and realize that she was in the wrong, what are you gonna do now?
Do you really believe they feel stupid?
I do think that some of them do. I do.
Do you?
I do.
So let me get this straight. So you think the racist?
Hold on.
You got me looking for my. So you think the racist who gave money to their sister against a black child is gonna feel stupid because an Asian man made sense of it all and told the truth?
Well, it wasn't just him. I mean, it's literally like all over the place now. Like, okay. Yeah, I do.
Now you do know racists are not exactly the brightest bulb in the lamp.
Hmm?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they're never gonna say she was in the wrong.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Never.
It gives the killer mockingbird tea. Right, Michelle. Michaela said all the people pay here is somewhere crying. Speaking of the Asian man, what's his goodbye, Dr. Morrison. Let it go.
Yeah.
What is wrong with y'all?
He is hot.
Can we please just leave here? Can we? I want to leave Earth.
Molly, listen.
I want to leave Earth because the Earth is ghetto.
In record. I won't say ghetto, but
okay, you being real Malcolm X this morning, and I understand, but you know this is a safe space. Okay, let's move on. All right, we don't all have the grades to make it into MIT, but anyone with just a laptop and internet connection and a desire to learn can take classes taught by MIT professors. There are dozens of MIT courses available online through online education provider EDX, and they can all be audited for free. Students who take these courses don't receive college credit, but you can pay to receive a course completion certificate that you can list on your resume and on job applications. With MITx, anyone can gain a top quality education, all from the comfort of their home. And here are all from the comfort of their home. What are your thoughts on this?
I think it's a great. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's my favorite word, free.
Yes, that's good.
So you can take this up. You can take this up in your spare time, and go for it. You know, go for it.
Yeah. Now I want to know how many of us are gonna take advantage of this.
I'm looking into it.
I am too. When I saw it in the, I was like, oh wait, bookmark. Something that my dad always taught me, that was always instilled in me, is always remain a student of life. And so, like, I always look at, new technology for Pyro Media. I always look at new ways of making new candles. I always look at new ways of improving myself. And I think it's important that we don't stop at whatever level that we're at. We can always expand and grow. And I think it's important, especially that we're seeing a huge rise in the past decade, maybe. I'm being a little gracious on the timeline, but in the past decade, we've seen a huge rise in specifically Black education and master's degrees and bachelor's degrees and doctorates and all of that. Hey, Keats, thank you for joining. Appreciate you. Yeah, so we're seeing, more education within our community. And I mean, I have a couple of things on that, but that's another conversation. But I think it's important that any type of way we can get more education or learn a trade or learn no, I didn't say get a trade. I said learn
a trade.
Yes, we gotta. Some people in the comments need to learn things. Looking at you, Dr. Morrison. Anyway, we're talking about different types of ways of learning and increasing and expanding our knowledge. So I think that's really dope. All right. So let's move on. And I think you can go to edx.com. Is it edx.com? Hey, Sean. I think it's edx.com. But you can actually type in free MIT courses and it'll come up on your stuff there. Thank you for joining, Sean. All right, let's go ahead and get it. Oh, my God. This was crazy when I saw this. An Arlington woman is facing a murder charge after telling police she killed her husband with a hammer after being asked to sign divorce papers. Check this out.
When Arlington police got here to Sweet Gum Trail, they found the wife sitting outside. Court documents outline exactly what she told officers about her husband's death. Arlington police responded to a wife's 911 call Wednesday morning from her apartment just before 6 a.m. Once inside the apartment complex, officers found Mi Tran sitting outside. The 42-year-old woman had already shared shocking details during the 911 call, reportedly about attacking her husband. Officers found her 45-year-old husband unresponsive in a bedroom. In court documents, during questions by homicide detectives, Mi Tran explained she had built up anger toward the victim due to their relationship status. Detectives say Tran told them around 4 a.m. she retrieved a hammer from her vehicle and debated killing the victim. According to court documents, Tran admitted she struck the victim in the head and estimated hitting her husband 6 to 7 times. Police say Tran told them her husband asked her to come to the apartment to sign divorce papers. Mi Tran faces 1 count of murder. She's still waiting to learn when she'll make her first court appearance in Arlington.
Yeah, what the hell? Like, what is going on with that?
I mean, does this divorce mean she had to let go of her green card or what? Because what? I don't understand what made you do this. What?
Kyrie, you.
I asked a question.
Anyway.
You said you did this because he asked you to sign divorce papers. Okay, I'm sorry. That's what my mind went to. I don't know. And clearly you all not living together because you had to come over. Exactly, Volvo.
Yeah, that is a new meaning to death do us part. Now you still don't have a husband and you going to jail. Right, Sean?
And I'm thinking possible deportation. Now, that's what I'm thinking.
But this goes into a space of when someone wants to leave, let him go, girl.
He was gone. He was living in his apartment. Clearly, you were living somewhere else because you come over. Man, exactly.
Good luck, girl.
What was that husband's name again?
I don't remember. I was looking at. Okay, let's move on. Good luck, girl. And I'm not sure if it's Arlington, Virginia. Was this Arlington, Virginia?
No, it's Texas.
Okay, got it. It's always Texas. Texas or Florida. My God. All right, moving on. A 35-year-old Washington State woman allegedly told police she identifies as a 15-year-old boy after she was arrested for sexting and providing alcohol and drugs to a crew of runaway teens that she planned to leave town with. Amanda Duro, who went by the name Taz among the teens, was charged with unlawful harboring of minors after police uncovered a plan for her to flee. To Seattle, according to a police report provided by the Port Angeles Police Department. What is wrong with you? What are you going through?
You identify as a teen boy.
A 15-year-old boy.
Well, I identify as a billionaire. So.
I identify as a white woman.
I never. But okay. But I will say that will keep you safe.
But here's my problem with this. I feel like this is part of this whole situation, and this is why this story frustrated me, because this is what I was talking about earlier about narratives. This is the same thing that's going to be used by the right to sit there and attack the trans community. And I know it. I know exactly what's going to happen because they're doing it with another story that we're going to talk about in regards to Target. But my God.
But I mean, yeah, but I think the identifying thing, it confuses me, and I'm gay as hell. But like she identifies as a boy, a 15-year-old boy. Okay, Valerie.
I don't identify as a white woman. I just am.
Like I said, I identify as a billionaire. Address me as such.
Michaela says, stop. You really see that all hell is breaking loose. This world is going to hell in a handbasket, child. I don't know what's going on, but it's too much. What is wrong? Let me calm down. Let's move on. Now, this pissed me off. Like I said, if it ain't Texas, it's Florida. Here Florida go. A school in Florida has restricted Amanda Gorman's poem, The Hill We Climb, after a parent complained that it's hate speech and claimed it was penned by Oprah Winfrey. What smoke and dust are we smoking today?
Listen.
Check this out.
A poem written for President Biden's inauguration has been placed on a restricted list at a South Florida elementary school. The parent there at that school filed a complaint claiming Amanda Gorman's poem called The Hill We Climb contains hate messages. They claim that it would, quote, cause confusion and indoctrinate students, unquote. Now, that same parent filed similar complaints about a book by poet Langston Hughes and 2 books about Cuba. Committee determined Gorman's poem and the other books were more appropriate for students in middle school.
This is so stupid. This is so dumb.
I didn't get it. I'm like, I don't get it. I'm like, what are you talking about?
We can't. Why are people going to Florida?
And what?
I get that there's no taxes there, or no income tax or whatever. This is dumb.
And the parent, a parent said it was hate-filled. Where? Lady, what did you hear? Or sir, what did you hear?
That parent heard that there is a system that is in place that is oppressing people, and it's called the United States of Americas.
And that's called the truth.
And that's apparently too much for their fragile white egos.
Yeah, because they're the ones that's putting the systems in place.
I was looking for my white fragility book, but I think it's on the other side over there. But y'all need to read. Well, actually, we don't need to read white fragility. That's actually for them personally.
Yeah. But this is
this is dumb. This is actually dumb. Right, my friends, here we go. Here we go again. The poem was beautiful, Rochelle. Absolutely. But Kayla says all this stuff is going on with Texas and Florida makes down south of kind of a little better. Well, does it? I am a never Florida and Texas person. And I know a lot of amazing people in Texas too.
And the same is I like both states. I like visiting both states.
They have good food.
That too, and good people.
Some places, yeah.
And Texas have good men.
They fear what they don't understand. I think, but you know what? I actually thought about that, Rochelle, and I feel like some of them do understand. And I feel like it's not about what they don't know. They know who we are. They understand what's going on. They understand the system. I do think they do. I think it's about fear of like, well, I've benefited from the system. And so now I don't want to lose those benefits, even though it's hurting other people.
I don't think they care about hurting other people.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But
let's move on. Woo, child, this is. I need a break. I look at y'all. When I tell you that I'm so looking forward to this 3-day weekend.
Well, I think Dr. Morris is gonna say I'm talking on both sides of my mouth with this one, but go ahead.
Oh, we're gonna get into this one. Target has lost $9 billion in market value since angry social media users called for a boycott of the Minneapolis-based retailer over its rollout of the Pride collection, featuring LGBTQ-friendly clothing for children. A week ago, Wednesday, before the controversy erupted, Target's stock closed at $160.96 million a share. Oh, sorry, $160.96 a share, giving the big box chain a market capitalization of $73.3 billion. As of early trading on yesterday, however, shares of the company were trading off 1% at $141.76, capping a week-long tumble that has shrunk the cheap discount retailers' value to $65.3 billion. $9 billion for a situation like that is very detrimental for a company like Target. However, I don't think it's because of the social media boycott. I think it's bigger. But what are your thoughts on this, Kyrie?
Well, first I want to know who in the boardroom thought this was a great idea for children. Because
What do you mean?
Because children don't buy their own clothes. What parent is going to buy their children clothes with naked women and with a big pride rainbow?
Let's clarify that because the pride stuff is not just in the children's section. It's all they do this every year.
Right, but see, the only thing I don't think I saw was the children's section. So I was like, because that's the only thing they've been showing is the children's section. So I was like, who thought that part was a great idea? Now for the adults, do your thing. I don't care. But I don't understand the children.
But why can't, because Pride technically they have Family Day. Pride technically is supposed to be a part of the entire LGBTQI family. So yes, I would want to get, if I'm bringing my child to a Pride event or Pride Family Day, because there's
but that's only. But I'm just looking at it from a money standpoint because that is only a small percentage.
Okay.
So this was, and the way people are acting, that's why it's why it's a money loss. That's why I said, who in the boardroom actually thought this was a great idea? For me, on the business side, I think it was a terrible idea. For the children's part, it was terrible.
I disagree because I don't even think it's about. For me, it's not about the fact that they created a Pride collection. What I think the backlash came from on social media is not because of the right and a lot of those. Yes, that's a part of it, but a lot of those. Hey Ray, thank you for joining. I hope that stock keeps dropping so I can afford something to recover. But I think part of so a rainbow is sinful. Rainbows belong to all of nature. So these Christians really need to heal. Agreed. But I don't think it's just that.
Right.
Part of the reason why they lost a big chunk and why there's a huge backlash on social media is because, and I understand that they were trying to quote unquote protect their employees, but there's a situation that's going on with a lot of these companies and a lot of these organizations that only come around when it's time for Pride Month. It's this false activism. It's this fake allyship. And that is what frustrated the LGBTQI community, because when they got a little bit of pushback on this, they said, oh, we're going to pull some of the stuff and change out the stuff. So regardless if they're pulling it because of, the Minneapolis store saying that, our employees were threatened, okay, fine. Hire security, do what you need to do. But you don't say anything when Black Lives Matter protests are happening, when we have to stand on the front line and we have to defend the culture. You know what I'm saying? You don't say anything when trans women are in front of the LGBTQ community, being the shields and barriers of all of the backlash that happens to us, right? So for me, allyship is not just saying, oh, hey, rah, 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 I have a flag. Allyship is making sure that you stand in the gap with the privilege that you have. And so as Target has a multi-billion-dollar corporation, they have the ability to do what they need to do to stand in the gap. If it's going to cost a little bit, sorry about it. That's what allyship is.
It is, but I was just saying on a business standpoint, I just thought it was the children's part, they could have left that out. But I do agree with the video that I saw of the woman that worked in Target who addressed these Christians this man that came in was talking about God and the devil and the clothes. She said, if you don't want to buy for your child, then don't. Now that, and I did that as well. Just overlook it.
Okay, yeah.
I agree with that too.
But there's a percentage of people that wanted to buy that for their children.
Right. But that percentage is small compared to your overall customer.
But you're talking about a large organization, company that is trying to provide to multiple, demographics. So if they were just trying to provide for that 1%, and it's not like it's taking up the entire damn store.
No, it was section. But okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like for me, because then otherwise, if they didn't do that, it's like, well, what am I gonna do when it comes? Because some people actually really go to Target for these type of events.
Right. I'm just saying, I just didn't think it needed to be done for the children's clothes. That's just me. That's me.
Okay. We're gonna disagree on that one.
Okay.
But and then there's another story on the situation that a lot of the backlash also from the right is on the fact that they made bathing suits that are tuck inclusive, where people, trans individuals and non-binary siblings can utilize that to help with tuck concealment and tucking.
Now I saw, because I saw, I saw something that I'm not gonna call the name, but a trans person that I just absolutely, in the words of Dr. Morrison, loathe. But she said the tuck. They're talking about this on the internet, and they talking about this. She said the tuck clothing, that's good. Make the tuck clothing for me, but not for the kids. I said, well, for the very first time, I texted her, for the very first time in life, I agree with you on this. Yeah, I think it's too much for kids. That's me.
I don't. Is it for kids? I didn't see anything on. I want to verify that because I didn't see anything on kids for that. For the baby, for that particular baby. I thought that was offered only for the adult line.
Oh, okay.
But I could be wrong. You could be right. I don't know. I just want to.
No, I'm not right or wrong. I was just saying that's how she put it in the comment section because this was a topic of choice. This is a topic on the neighborhood, and we were all interacting and talking. Okay.
Oh, well, I don't know. I want to. We should verify that. I want to double check on that. Sean says, contrary to what they think, there are gay kids. I was.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. There are absolutely.
Yeah. This is why I'm so glad I left church because it is. It all is ridiculous. A church is going to send someone to hell. I mean, would that be on their website? I don't know. Wait, are you talking about what be on the website? Are you talking about the actual items? I'm not sure.
Would that be on the website? Well, what be on the website?
Michelle says, I remember.
And those church people behave like I was Jezebel Jr. Church people leave you. Well, yeah, they will. They talked about Michelle Obama when she had sleeveless dress.
Right.
Then they went out and bought sleeveless dresses.
Yeah, it was crazy. The kids tuck bathing suit. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's it may be on the website, but I don't think it was that was offered to kids. I'm not sure if it was. I thought it was just for adults.
Okay.
Or at least the adult
section. That's a bit much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, regardless, I mean, there's still kids that are trans kids too. So, I mean, why not have that offered for them as well? So it's like, I don't know. Like, I don't mind you having a belief. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just had a disagreement on a particular point. You are entitled to your belief. I'm entitled to my opinion and my belief, whatever. But I will never want to encroach on your belief. So
exactly.
And that's my whole problem with this whole situation. If you don't want to buy those items for your children, not a problem. But don't stop another parent from making a decision for their household and their child from getting, if that is the case, if there are bathing suits for kids, why not allow them to get
all
that?
All of the period. Don't stop someone else from making a purchase for their child.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
I agree with that.
All right, let's move on. We got a lot. I want to kind of see what kind of I want to see. I might skip some things. Oh, I definitely want to talk about this one before we go to the this. Oh God, the Food and Drug Administration has given Elon Musk Neuralink the green light to begin in human clinical study. Their first test on humans, the neural implant, aims to cure. The neural implant aims to cure various conditions from obesity, autism, depression, and schizophrenia to enabling web browsing and telepathy. What?
Telepathy.
The company says that brain chips could allow people to complete tasks using only their minds. Take a look.
We've been working hard to be ready for our first human. And obviously, we want to be extremely careful and certain that it will work well before putting a device in a human. But we've submitted, I think, most of our paperwork to the FDA, and we think probably in about 6 months we should be able to have our first Neuralink in a human.
Okay, so is this the mark of the beast?
Child, that's what I'm saying. I absolutely
the mark of the beast.
Not.
So it's a chip that they're gonna insert into your brain.
No.
And you'll be able to do telepathy.
Elon Musk has lost his damn mind.
Now, while that intrigues me, I will not be participating.
Absolutely not. Wait, hold up. Pause. That intrigues you, but you still talk about the that COVID-19. You shouldn't get no vaccination. That don't make no damn sense, Kyrie.
No, but what intrigues me, I said, telepathy. I like stuff like that. I can just take my mind and make stuff float. Or I can.
That's telekinesis.
Oh, telekinesis. Okay, my fault. I'm not in science like that. Well, never mind. I'm not intrigued no more then. Forget it.
That's all you wanted? You just want to move things with your mind? You want to be Professor, Jean Grey?
Right.
Hilarious. You ain't skeeting nothing else in me, Bobo says. Rochelle says, I think the F not. Exactly. Bobo also says, Mark of the Beast. Michaela says he needs to go and sit down. I absolutely
agree. Between him and what's his name? The other one.
Michelle.
His cars don't even work correctly. Man, but now, I will say this: Teslas. I love how Teslas ride. They are so smooth
until it crashes.
Well, I've never been in one that crashed, so thank God for that.
All
but
right.
Yeah. But I've only been, because here they have them for Ubers. Everybody's so smooth.
Okay.
But I guess Elon,
you're not putting no damn chip in me. I'm sorry. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. I'm not turning it, because then all of a sudden you just press a button. Now we in the damn Matrix. Absolutely not. And I'm walking around like this. I refuse.
Right, you be sitting somewhere and they press the button. So you go.
And then what happens? What happens if crashes by itself? Right. What happens if it crashes and I'm dead? I'm gone. I'm alive. Or what happens if somebody hacks into me and has their way with me?
Ooh.
Okay, we're moving on. Last story in the rundown. Candy Burris and Todd Tucker have joined the production team for an all-new production of the hit Tony Award-winning musical, The Wiz.
How many times y'all gonna do this? The Wiz has been done 19,685 times.
It kind of has.
Yeah, but I love how Candy's getting her coin. I love that. But
get your coin, girl.
The Wiz, y'all can come up with something new, because you have done some great Broadway plays, from my understanding. Yeah. Y'all can come up with something new.
All right. Well,
maybe there'll be a twist to it. Maybe there's gonna be some type of twist.
What twist?
I don't know. I'm not on the writing board. I'm just saying maybe. It has to be something. You're not going to give me the same old thing. Charge me $200 a ticket for the same old play that we know how it's going to begin and end.
All right, y'all. Well, let's go ahead and get into a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to get into the Power Pack. And we have a quick and very important story that we definitely need to talk about. Stay tuned right after this. we're Black by popular demand. Don't forget to go ahead and check out the Pyro Media Productions, who makes us all look good. This is what we get. And also, if you're just tuning in, make sure you hit that like button, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can check out all of the awesome content that is here on Pyro Media Network. All right, let's get into this power pack, y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in and staying with us until the end. We appreciate you. And don't forget to check out the Thais Report. It's going to be at, I think it says 11:05. Yes, 11:05 on over there at the Thais Report, official Thais Report channel. And check out the Thais After Dark later today at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get into the power pack. We only have one story, but it's a very important story. Please mind your triggers on this particular story. Absolutely the heck not. We will not have it. Calls are growing for an officer to be fired and charged after an 11-year-old young man in Mississippi who called 911 for help was shot by police. Adrian Murray was seriously wounded early Saturday by an Indianola police officer, or Indianapolis, police officer responding to a domestic call at the home of the child's mother. According to Carlos Moore, an attorney for the family. This should not have happened, Moore said. The main question Adrian has been asking us is, why did this happen to me? The child suffered a collapsed lung, lacerated liver, and fractured rib. He's blessed to have survived, but he's still in pain and emotionally and mentally distraught. Take a look at this, you guys.
Well, tonight an investigation is underway after an 11-year-old Mississippi boy was shot by a police officer during a domestic disturbance call last weekend. The family of Adarian Murray is calling on the officer to be fired and charged. CBS's Omar Villafranca reports community members want the police body cam footage to be released.
He's out of the hospital, but 11-year-old Adarian Murray still has bandages where he was shot in the chest by an Indianola, Mississippi police officer last week. His mother, Nikayla Murray, remembers the chaos and confusion while holding her bleeding son.
He started singing gospel. He started praying. We started praying. We're very religious.
Did you think your son was going to die?
At that moment, I didn't know.
The Murray family staged a sit-in today at Indianola City Hall, demanding police release body cam footage of the incident.
That's my child, y'all. I held him while he bled.
Murray says her son called 911 after an irate ex-boyfriend showed up to her house. When officers arrived, family attorney Carlos Moore said Indianola police banged on the door and ordered everyone inside the house out.
He went out of his room and went towards the living room. As soon as he got in the living room, he got shot by that same officer that told him to come out.
He didn't have anything in his hands or armed or?
Nothing. He had nothing.
Moore and local media have identified the man who shot Murray as Officer Greg Capers, who once received the Officer of the Year award. The Murray family says they're not going anywhere until justice is served.
The family deserves answers, and they deserve it sooner than later. You had an 11-year-old boy come within an inch of losing his life.
We tried to reach Capers, but couldn't get in contact with him. We also reached out to the Indianola police chief, but he did not want to talk to us. The police department says they are not releasing that body cam video because it is part of an active investigation.
Oh, girl.
No, they got to doctor it up.
Right, they got to doctor it up. They got to make sure that they...
But all this time, you know,
I thought it was one of them.
I thought it was a hunky. I mean, I didn't. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's what I've been thinking this whole time. But it. Okay. Okay.
First of all, it is nothing short of God's good grace that this young man wasn't killed. It is nothing short of God's good grace. I am beyond sick and tired of this constantly happening. And this is beyond what we as a culture should allow. This needs to stop.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts, Kyrie? I don't want to go into a tangent yet.
I'm flabbergasted because, like, when I read the story, he called the police because his mother was being abused by one of her baby daddies. Well, yeah, exactly. And for you to, why was your gun drawn if no one was doing anything? No one had any weapons. Not even the man that was there. No one had a weapon. Why was your weapon drawn? Number one. Why did you feel the need to shoot? I don't understand. I'm not understanding any of this. I don't understand any of this.
Yep, it's happening. This is speaking on a bigger issue. And I want to make sure that I am quite clear on what I'm saying. So I'm turning down the music. Because I think this goes hand in hand to what Dr. Morrison brought up earlier today about, basically throwing out the baby with the bathwater. And it is not, to me, it is not just white cops. It is the whole law enforcement as a whole. And because things have been so politicized, we are looking at when people, especially when we're talking about defund the police, everybody's like, well, let's just fire everybody. That's not what we're saying. We're saying we need to reallocate funds so that way there's more police training and that we change the overall culture of law enforcement. Because the overall culture of law enforcement is to shoot Black people and brown people and people of color and ask questions later. That is the problem. It is not okay for us to shoot an 11-year-old boy. We are not overseas. I have seen children being used where bombs are strapped to them, and then they go and try to come up to a gate of a FOB, a forward operating base. I've literally seen it with my eyes. I've seen kids being used in other countries, in other spaces, in wartime areas, for them to get close to a Humvee or some type of military vehicle, and then it's like an IED was used on, or was strapped to them, a bomb was strapped to them. That is not here. So we need to change this culture and this system. Let's stop talking about protesting and there's a system that is used to keep us oppressed, to create and paint this narrative of us, and that is what needs to be changed. Let's cut the BS. We can sit here and argue about who's going to be in office and who's going to be here and who's going to be. We really need to be strategic. I don't care about what's going on with Lotto and Nicki Minaj, and I don't care what's even going on with Beyonce's tour. They got money, girl. They're going to be okay. I don't care what's going on with some of these stuff that's going on. What do you call it with Denia and her husband or her ex-husband? It doesn't matter, because guess what? None of that is going to matter when we're getting shot in our own homes, in our beds, while we're sleeping, while we're driving, while we're jogging, while we're just being Black, while we're having a barbecue. When you open up a door, when you're driving down the street, all of that other petty stuff is not going to matter. I don't care what's going on with Real Housewives of Atlanta right now. You want to know why? Because an 11-year-old boy was almost killed by the people who are supposed to be there to serve and protect them. After he called the police. And so what does that do? That builds a narrative, because now we have to question what happens if I'm in a real emergency and I am getting ready to dial that 911 pause.
And this,
go ahead, bro.
It's happening to regular. It's like it happened in LA where the young man called the police for what he was going through.
Yeah, and he got his ass whooped. And what, did they kill him? I think he was choked to death, right?
Yes, he was.
It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Let's see what the comments are saying. What threat did his 11-year-old self pose to that grown ass? That's what I'm saying, Michelle.
He walked out. None.
Yonia says, "My God, this poor baby and his mom. This hurts my mom heart so bad. Yeah, my mom hurts so bad." Pure and unfiltered, Miss Renee says, "You need to understand the climate to change the culture." Miss Renee, yes,
yeah, that's facts.
That's a word. Comment of the day.
Yes, sir.
Sean says they should have anger management before being hired. They should have a lot of things before being hired, Sean.
They need to do a psych evaluation. Good
afternoon.
Miss Renee, good afternoon. Yeah, the system is very, very much so.
Yeah,
very much.
Yeah, LaFrance.
Because now that I know it was a person that looks like us, this is given very much step and fetch. I shoot him, boss. I got it, boss. That's what it gave. That's what it's given.
Whew. Lord help us.
Sad.
Lord.
It is sad.
All right, y'all. Well, thank you guys. I'm sorry we had to end on that note. But it needed to be talked about.
But yes, but let's enjoy your extended weekend.
Yes. Don't forget, you guys, we are off on Monday, so we will not have a show. And actually, Pyro Media Network will be dark on Monday. So don't go searching for sleep. All right, so it's going to be a much needed relaxation weekend. You guys, also don't forget that it's going to be Memorial Day, so let's look out for all of those that have fought for this country to be able to have the rights that we have. It's very different from Veterans Day. Okay, Veterans Day is for those who are still here and that have served. Memorial Day is for us to reflect on those that have served and died and paid the ultimate price to keep this country somewhat free.
Yeah,
I'll say that. Let's keep it there. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We love you guys. Don't forget to hit the Cash Apps if you feel so inclined. And we will see you guys next week, Tuesday, for reality TV edition with Miss Lisa. So until then, enjoy your weekend. Get some sun, get some buns, get some nice trade, wrap it before you tap it, and all of that. We love you. You got any plans, Kyrie, before we go?
Man, I'm gonna catch up on some TV shows and chill.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. I have a there's a what does you call it? It's like a garden. It's like a lavender fields garden. I think I want to check that out this weekend. We'll see how it goes. I'll take pictures if I do. If not,
okay,
then,
yeah.
But I think I'm gonna tune out this week this weekend from social media. I think I may drop a couple of TikToks or whatever. But I think for the most part, I want to.
You know what? That's a good idea.
Get a mental break.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Love you guys. You take care of yourself. Stay blessed, and we will see you guys until the next one. Thank you for all that you do. We love you, and we appreciate you guys. Have a good one.
Love y'all.
Bye. If you enjoyed this content, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to Pyro Media Network's YouTube channel for more awesome content. Plus, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss when we go live or upload new videos. Visit pyromedianetwork.com today, not just to check out our incredible roster of talented creatives, but also to gain access to exclusive bonus material available only to our Pyro fam. Show your support for this Black-owned indie network by donating today. Help us keep igniting brands everywhere.